so black, green, rock is what we're gonna start with first, next here. So we don't have a Tarmogoyf in this format, but Thorn Lieutenant is like almost like a standard playable Tarmogoyf in a way. So this card is a 2/3 for 2 that when they kill it, it makes some value, and it kind of gives you a mana dump as you go late if you don't have anything else to do. 3-drop value creatures. I'm really kind of high on Midnight Reaper. I think this card is really, really good. I've got 4 of these in the Stompy list we're going to play later today too. So I think this card is great. It replaces itself if it dies, and if your other creatures start dying, it replaces them too. So the other card at the top end that I think is really good, we've got some Eldest Reborn in the main deck, but Doom Whisperer is a card that I think is gonna, this is easily a format staple. Just like a 6/6 Flying Trampler closes games very quickly, and against decks that aren't pressuring your health total, this card is basically Demonic Tutor. You can just like pay 6 to 8 and draw the cards you want to draw next turn. So let's hop into some matches here, shall we? Swap this one out. What do I look in a standard format to consider it to be worthwhile to play? Basically, there's 2 different ways that you can measure a good format. Either there can be fringe decks that still feel competitive, or there's 5 to 6 decks that are a little bit better than everything else that you probably should be playing, but they still generate good and dynamic gameplay. Seems really sweet. Has Elf on 1 into Brontodon on 2. Is Steel Leaf Champion hard to cast in black-green? No, I don't think so. In fact, the black-green Stompy list we play later today has 4 Steel Leaf Champions in it. I just don't think that this deck that I'm playing is looking to play Steel Leaf Champion. This is more of a mid-range deck as opposed to a dedicated aggressive deck. So they just have a 2/2 here, so let's just go ahead and drop Brontodon into play. I really like Brontodon. I love flexible cards like this that allow you to answer potential problem permanents that your opponent could be putting into play, but this still just like provides a reasonable body when it's not doing that. This is the one that makes their stuff harder to hit, right? Played against this one in Modern before. Yeah, so I think I just go shock this in Llanowar Elves plus Midnight Reaper here. Consider for Modern in the blue-red tempo deck. Yeah, we're going to try out the Jumpstart Browbeat at some point in the blue-red deck that's in the donation queue. I think I'm just holding my 3/4 back here. Just like a king among men on this board. Everybody thinks every splash in every card game, especially Magic, is free, and it's just like, it really couldn't be further from the truth. People who think splashes are free are some of the most unlucky people I ever met, because they always die with cards in their hand. It's really weird. Oh, Stream Decker, yep, thank you. Twitch user account. Thank you very much for the brand new Prime support there. I appreciate that. Welcome. Is Fish playable in this format? No idea. This is legendary, so I can't cast him down. Do I just want to trophy this? I think I just want to trophy this, right? I mean, Stream Decker's up there, Zach. It's the same thing from that perspective. Mike Rix's Flash Mono White deck is totally free. Yeah, Brecken, the animations are great. Streamlabs really knocked it out of the park. They did A+ work on those. Flooding a touch here, but we also like kind of have the board on lock, right? So we can like afford to miss for a turn or 2 here. Yep, yeah, we started with Grixis Control this morning. I should update the stream title as well. Perfect. So we don't have creature lands in standard right now, but we do have Memorial to Folly is a card that's very very similar to Creature Lands in a lot of ways. It's a card that's going to allow us to generate value from our mana base. You'll notice I'm playing 4 copies of that in here. Yeah, we have a lot of utility lands. I think this card, and you'll notice I've been playing the blue one that lets you draw cards a lot in a lot of the control decks I've been building. All right, so I'm going to start by attacking with my Thorn Lieutenant here, I think. What does the green one do again? You're gonna have to remind me what the green one does. This one generates value, so I like when my lands draw cards. Do I still get a league's worth matches? So how I'm going to work it, I actually can work it a little bit better than a league, I think, Jackal Girl. So for standard decks, I'm going to play decks for a minimum of 90 minutes. So 90 minutes to 2 hours. I'm not going to like quit a match in the middle when we hit the 90-minute mark. But my goal is to play decks for about 90 minutes when people donate to see them. Unless the deck is like really exceptionally bad and we can't fix it. Or I feel like we've played enough to... So it won't be like sometimes when we play Modern, we hit a bunch of fast matchups or a bunch of bad beats and the league's only like 45 minutes. So here we'll be able to play a little bit more consistently. It'll be more predictable with how much we play. It will also allow me on days when we play Standard to always go my full string length as opposed to like finishing at like 2:15 or 2:30 because I can't start another league. And I think at this point I just want to be a little aggressive here. I'm not hammering my health total on Surveil against a deck that could potentially be aggressive back, so I just want to close this game out here. And where's my Excel spreadsheet, right? I really like Arena. I'm not a huge fan of the card acquisition model, but the software is good enough that I can get past that. This is actually a Magic video game, and it's kind of great. Yeah, I agree too. Like having the flexibility to make changes to a deck mid-league is going to be or mid matches is going to be valuable. Like how many times do we get into a league with a deck and I'm like, oh man, this mana base is actually much worse than I thought it was, and we actually don't want to keep playing with the deck anymore. You did miss the control deck, Nivik. Sorry about that. We started with that first thing this morning. Nice. They trickstered that, but we get a token. What are your thoughts on digital-only cards? I think they're kind of silly. Grixis control was okay. My conclusion at the end was that it felt worse than just playing the blue-red deck that we played yesterday. Wizard triggers, it triggers twice, sure. Yep. I acquired my cards on Arena the same way I acquire cards in paper. I don't know why you would want to play this game on your cell phone. Whenever people ask about mobile and Magic, I'm always confused. Like, could you imagine playing this board state on a cell phone? Like, something the size of this? Like, why? How would I manage this board state on something the size of my cell phone? And this isn't even that big of a board state, right? I think Scriptures is too slow. I'm going to trophy this, so that way they can only tap one of my things here. It was a little medium minus. We won some matches, Nivik, but I think it was worse than the blue-red deck we played yesterday. Everything is fine. It is 10 a.m. on the first Tuesday a month, so they are testing the tornado sirens outside. If you heard that noise. I think tracking the record is something that's not useful. I think people that are only interested in looking at a number at the end of when you've played Magic don't get what's important about testing Magic and the conclusions you're coming to at the end. My goal when playing here isn't to ladder up. It isn't to farm fun bucks. It's to play Magic and learn from what we're playing and come to reasonable conclusions at the end. Thank you, Grim Knight. 5 months in Hoaglandia. Soon enough, I'll be a Knight of the Realm. Thank you. Thank you for the continued support. What did this do? And enter the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on a Merfolk. Sure. Basically, you're just screwed, Tom. Hope there's not a tornado then. So you'll notice I'm not playing out this other Midnight Reaper. The reason I'm doing this is losing a life or taking a damage and drawing a card is not optional with this card, which means that if we get into combat and too many of our things die, this could actually kill us. So I'd rather not do this, and I'm probably going to board some of these out in this matchup. The blue-red deck we played yesterday felt sweet. I have an updated list. I changed a couple of small things. It needed some syncopates was the big thing it needed. All right, so let's, I'm gonna cast down this guy here to start to see if they just concede. No concede. All right, so let's block a bunch of things. I'm not actually sure if we're dead or not. I don't think so. They're dead on the backswing, right? Like, could you imagine, like, blocking on this board on my cell phone? Like, that sounds terrible. I like that it's highlighted what's blocked and what's not. Although, I guess this one's not blocked, too. So maybe I'm giving it praise it doesn't deserve. So we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this is going to die, this is going to die, this is going to die, this is going to die. So then I'm going to take 4 from that. That's fine. So I'm going to take 8 here. Are we Watford sponsored today? No, this is sponsored by viewers like you. Thank you for the 7 months, Robert. I appreciate that. Yeah, punch me. Yeah, hit it. Hit it. I'm just gonna start timing people out that come in here and ask why standard. Believe it or not, this is not the only Magic stream that exists on the internet. So if I'm playing a format or a deck you don't enjoy, you don't need to come in here and announce that. You could just go watch a different stream that's playing a deck or format you enjoy. I don't expect every deck I play to appeal to every person. That's basically just impossible to do. So I'm going to bring in my Doom Blades and my Ritual of Soot. I think the Scavenger to kind of... I'm going to cut some of my top end here. Brontodon was kind of sweet as a big boy. I think this is probably a Midnight Reaper out matchup just for the awkward reason that we stated there. Maybe leaving 2 in because trading in combat is like okay because it like puts me up on cards, but I definitely don't want all 4. I don't think I ever want to draw 2. No, I haven't had any issues with Assassin's Trophy, so I need to cut 3 more cards here. Maybe I do just want to get rid of all the Reapers. Maybe trim a Vraska's Contempt just to bring the curve down since I'm bringing in Cravings and another cast down. Am I going to add standard decks I like to my website? I'm not sure. The problem is, like, standard tends to develop and change a lot faster than modern does because as things get, like, discovered, and there's less longevity in standard decks than in other formats. So it's a lot of work to get stuff added to my website. So I don't know that I'm going to invest the effort doing that for standard. I already don't have a lot of time. Like, I already work like 60 hours a week, so like putting time into doing things that's going to be irrelevant is kind of bad. Colzer with the brand new Prime sub. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for the support. The cast down makes this hand really sweet. I don't really want to Assassin's Trophy them on 2, but I'm definitely happy to just like cast down whatever they play on 2. Giving Wizards of the Coast all of your money. The best way to acquire cards, your wallet. My biggest criticism of this is there's no cheering to open just... Well, we open all the packs on this stream because you can't sell them. So if you're a fan of, like, watching things be opened, you should be in favor of Arena. All right, Explorers. I really don't want a Llanowar Elf. And I get to draw a land. That was sweet. So we got a 3-2 that selected and drew a card. That's fantastic. Water, Trapper, Weaver, into battlefield. Tap a creature, it doesn't untap next turn, sure. I think I just memory of the Folly here, right? Pretty unlikely I need to kill 2 things this turn. How much cheering to buy a pack? Let's say $1. For 100 bits, I'll buy and open a pack. So would you like me to buy and open 2 packs for your cheers there? I will do that. After this, I will write that down. Seafloor Oracle. When a Merfolk you control does competition player, draw a card. Resolve. Well, that's pretty good. I'm definitely going to trophy that one. That one's going to draw them a lot of cards otherwise. 10 packs, please. Will do, will do. Spell Pierce. Whoa, that's so brutal. Wow. So I could have played around that, right? I could have not played my tap land there. And they showed us Spell Pierce last game too. So maybe I should have been thinking about that. For the packs. All right, so that's 14 packs. Thank you, Perkso. I appreciate it. After the match, when we finish the match, I will open packs. I'm keeping a list. So that's 14 packs at the moment. I love the animations on the rares. They're so good. They're so well done. Here, I got a hot take for you, Zauzich. Some people don't enjoy playing limited. Doing stuff for bits is not against the TOS. Drinking for bits is against the TOS. Open the packs. That's 17 packs. Got it. Arena is great. As far as software is good, look, you get to make the Jester dance too. He dances. I love that he dances. It's great. Apparently, halfway to my sword already. Enjoy the Bezo Bucks. Hangman, thank you. Thank you for the 6-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Did someone say packs? Thank you for the biddies. Can we give you bits to drink water? Probably. You can't give bits to drink alcohol. More packs! Listen, all I'm gonna say is you have to understand that Arena is really good if I'm telling you it's good. It's all I'm gonna say. If I'm telling you it's good, it's probably great. I put 2 Syncopates in the blue-red deck. All right, I think I probably should have hit this, maybe. My last bits for 3 more packs. 26 packs. Got it. I think I just soot to clear these at this point. And I'm going to play around Spell Pierce this turn because I've learned my lesson. And you can see here, when I pull this up, it's going to tap my Woodland Cemetery. I would prefer it tap Memory. If these bits were free, have some more packs. Thank you. I appreciate that. 30 packs. 34 packs. All right. If somebody else wants to count 2 in case I miss. Correct. Yeah, I agree with you, Kyle. Arena is the software we've wanted for the last decade. This Magic Online update seems great. Wow, hello there. Thank you for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. So, I'm gonna Moment of Craving here. I don't actually know how much packs cost in game. I've just given Wizards lots of money. But I need to open more packs at some point anyway, so if people want to cheer for me to open packs, now I will do it. 39. 39 packs? We're at 39, right? I should probably start surveilling here a little bit. I'm gonna put this over. Oh, actually, do I have any creatures in my bin? I have Jadelight in my bin, right? Do I want to, so if I Memory of the Folly, I can actually Jadelight this turn? Right, because I do that, and then I play the Swamp out. Yeah, sweet. Did someone say packs? Thank you. 40. All right, so Swamp into Jadelight here. I'm going to be opening them after this match. This is game 2 of this match. Do not need a Llanowar Elves, and we get... God, Jadelight is so good. This card is really fantastic. Grilled Tarpan, thank you for the 7-month resubscription there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thank you for the continued support. Now, bits turn into money, so it's fine. If people want to keep sending me money to open packs, we can do that. Alright, so they're going to draw 2 cards here. I'm probably going to surveil at their end step. Can I auto-yield the things in this game? Is that not an option? Can I not do that? Does auto-yield exist in this application? I don't want to hit past the turn because I have an effect I want to do at their end step. So passing the turn is not a good idea. So for people that aren't familiar with Magic Online has an option where you can right click on a specific type of trigger to always yield to that trigger in the future. It's actually a great feature that Magic Online has. Thorn Lieutenant and Doom Whisperer. Man, I actually just like want both of these, don't I? First time I paid health, instant buyer's regret. I'm just gonna do this now. So that way it's done and gone. You can click the X near their avatar to stop on their end step. Click to add stop. Interesting. Okay. Someone else saying it. You can put a stop on their end step by hitting the X on their side. So then now if I hit enter, it's going to stop on their end step. Interesting. Neat. Okay, that's good to know. See, that's great. That's good stuff. Arena is a lot more fast-paced. The slowest thing on Magic Online is having to tap your lands, and the auto tapper on Arena makes it really elegant. Do I have to open the packs one at a time? Anybody know? Do you want me to open the packs one at a time, or can I do them 10 at a time? Do we need 41 individual pack openings? Okay. It seems only fair. And I'll take note of how much time the pack opening takes so it doesn't eat into this deck's actual playtime. It's 42 packs. 44, one at a time is necessary so we can see all the cards. 44 packs, all right. All right. All right. Hoogelnader, thanks for doing some sweet standard. Dinkus Khan, thank you for the 3-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Hope your streams are going well. 45 packs. All right, I'm gonna get 15 of 3 different sets. I'm gonna buy 15 guilds. I'm gonna buy 15 core set. And I'm gonna buy 15 Dominaria. We're open 45 packs for you all, okay? Because you were nice and gave me money. Look at that! I feel like sitting here opening packs is like just like this reminder of how many bad cards are in this in Magic. Just like, look at all these cards they're just like never gonna see play. That's probably never gonna see good enough. Let's count how many constructed playable rares we get in 45 packs. Is this constructed? This might be, maybe. I have no idea. I have no idea. Are we at 1? We're gonna even, is it 1? Maybe it's like a half. We registered this card in Modern. We registered this card in Modern. So is that, does that count? Traxos is an unsealing. Ooh. 7 mana. Definitely not playable. Grimwatch with the $20 donation. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. Sorry, I gotta get my Discover Piggy points. Sounds good. I appreciate that. So you can see here, people are asking how you get cards in this game. So I have, this is a wild card that I've opened, and these things in the corner, as I open booster packs, as you open packs, you earn wild cards. So this is how you get the specific cards that you want in Arena. When I open enough packs here, so when I open 4 more packs, I will get a rare wild card towards opening. Oh, you can't see the corner. I will move me. You're right. I am in the way. So above me here, these circles things are your progressions towards wild cards. So you see, I'm gonna open this pack, and it's gonna complete this one. So it gives me a uncommon wild card. And then when I open 3 more packs, I'm gonna get another rare wild card. Hey, look, a playable mythic. We got a playable mythic, chat. Woo! Playable mythic. We're bound to get a playable card eventually, right? I wonder if there's things that go big enough that this card is good. I feel like there's probably not cards that go big enough for that card to be good, but during each of your turns, you play up to 1 permanent card type of each from your graveyard. Man, if there's somewhere to dirtle. See, look, we got a rare wild card for opening this pack. Yes, correct. The point in my feeling so far from playing Arena, the point of opening packs is to get wild cards, and then if you get playable cards inside your packs, that's a bonus on top of it. This is just a good reminder that a majority of Magic cards are designed for limited. It's tier 1 at EDH. Why do these packs have 8 cards? Are they used in limited? Yeah, so these packs are different than the packs you use in limited. So I know there's like a lot of streams that play a lot of limited. If you're new to the stream, especially because we're playing Arena and Standard today, this is a constructed only stream. We play a lot of Modern on this channel on Magic Online, but we never dip into limited. So if you're into constructed Magic, this is definitely the type of channel that you want to be in. As additional cost to cast this, sacrifice a creature. I mean, if you're into 2 for 1ing yourself, we've got a demon. Boy, do I have a demon for you. I guess if there's green blacks that like to put things in the bin, are we sponsored? So, and this is just like how stupid Wizards of the Coast is, right? So like Wizards of the Coast gave me many hundreds of dollars to do the sponsored stream segment yesterday. I then turned around and gave them many $100s back to buy a bunch of Magic Online, or to buy a bunch of Magic Arena cards. So like, if they had a brain in their head, they would have just given me an account with a bunch of Arena cards in it. But instead, they're cutting me a check, and then I'm cutting a check to them back. So, you know, whatever floats their boat, I guess. And see, now we're working towards a mythic wild card here. Every so many rares turn into a mythic. So the government wins. I mean, kinda. Yeah, they get taxed on it. I get to write this off against my income, so it's like I never made it, basically. That's show business, baby. That's true. That's true. If WotC had just given me an unlocked account, we wouldn't be cracking packs. A playable rare! Woo! That's easily the most playable card we've opened here today. Easily the most playable card. Isreth was in 3 of the 5-0 list. Really? Okay. For viewers, it's way better value to play sealed because if you lose 3, you get 9 packs. But so yeah, so like here's the thing though, and this is something that it amazes me that Magic players don't get this as value, as a lot of us are value-driven individuals. Your time is worth money. So even though sealed is better value, if you don't love playing sealed, just buy packs and open them. You're lighting your fire on time to save a couple of bucks. Like, your time's probably worth more than that. Ooh, transmogrifying wand. We opened so many Tefrees. All right, somebody donated for 10 and they said I could open their 10 packs at once. So I'm gonna go ahead and open 10 of these, then we'll open the last 6 individually. I've not played Artifact at all. It might just be that I haven't played it yet, but from what I've watched, Artifact does not look like it's going to be a great game to make content for. It looks incredibly hard to follow. The way the lanes are set up, it looks really sweet to play. It looks like it has a lot going on, but from a perspective of streaming it, it doesn't look that appealing. You think that buying cards in Arena is going to save more money than spent on League? I don't actually put that much money into Magic Online. Actually, I was looking at my finances for this year, and I've only bought 100 tickets on Magic Online this year. I break pretty even playing leagues on Magic Online. Hey, look, a Midnight Reaper that just disappears. So when you open a card that you already have 4 copies of, it just kind of goes into the Aether and works towards more wild cards. We did. We opened a lot. We had a couple of free packs from my stuff. So now you can see here when I go into decks and like click on this and edit it, I have a bunch more wild cards in here. So I got in 45 packs, I was out of rare wild cards. So in 45 packs there, so basically $50 worth of packs, 47 packs, like $50-ish worth of packs, I got 8 build any rares that I wanted. So for $100, you'll get whatever cards you open and about 16 rare wild cards or so, which is generally enough to build a constructed deck of your choosing. Yeah, and some wild cards. So if you're looking to get into Arena and don't want to play limited, about $100 looks like about the points you need to jump in at for building a constructed deck. I don't know what my opponent's playing. 5 lands Doomblade is probably not keepable, right? Yeah, I should go back to the corner. 5 lands Doomblade is probably not keepable. This hand's very good. That is great. Remember, chat, mulliganing is a privilege, not a punishment. You didn't have to mulligan. You got to mulligan. It was a bonus. I was in the Arena closed beta and purposely got into it as soon as I had a key so that way I could claim the Jeff Hoagland username. Explore for me, baby. Whoa, that just drew 2 cards. That's so good. Man, Jadelight Ranger. Can we talk about this Jadelight Ranger card, chat? How excellent is this Jadelight Ranger? Yep, auto taps Mandorfs. The auto tap is super slick. It's just it makes one of the most tedious things about Magic Online very elegant. Little dead weight there. No second black, being a touch awkward at the moment here. I'm gonna go ahead and play Midnight Reaper. Do I want to attack here? I think I'm willing to trade this for the 3-1 since I'll get to draw a card. So the auto tapper tells you what it's going to do. If you just like take a hot second and like look at what the auto tapper is going to do, it's still faster than Magic Online. Well, this card is great. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna attack with Thorn Lieutenant. I did not intend to do that. I did not intend to do that. I was in the wrong phase. I did not intend to do that. Mistakes were made. That wasn't the auto tapper's fault. That was me activating my ability when I was in the wrong phase. Yeah, it's weird that it didn't ask for confirmation, right? I just clicked on it and it used it right away. All right, this is kind of a controversial opinion, maybe. I don't give a about free to play. I don't care if your game is good free to play. If the best thing you can do to sell me on your digital card game is I don't have to give you money to play it, your card game's probably garbage. You know what's a better sell for me? A better sell for me is this game is awesome and the software is so good that I want to give them money to play it. That's how you judge if a game is good, in my opinion. We really need a black source. So if I would have played this last turn, hey, Fiery Blade, thank you for the 3-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. If I would have played this last turn instead of needlessly powering this up, we'd be in a much better spot because then I'd be getting back my Jadelight next turn, which would be likely to dig me into black mana. So the reason why I'm really behind here is because this tramples, right? Of course it does. The reason why I'm really behind here is because I misclicked this. I'd be very likely to be casting Vraska's Contempt next turn if I wouldn't have misclicked. New animations? What? Yeah, they're fantastic. Streamlabs really knocked it out of the park. Yeah, so we're basically just dead here. I wish I could draw cards off the top of my deck to know if I would have got there. Alright, so I want more Doomblades. I want this cast down. I probably don't want Moment of Craving. 8 months of memes and broken dreams. Let's keep going. Thank you, Mustfall Casting, for the 8-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome. There is McBurr, but I haven't got it to work under Wine yet, and I haven't taken the time to install Windows on this computer. I'm gonna see if I can get that to work through Wine before I install Windows. Is this a Ritual of Soot matchup? I can see Soot being fine here. I don't know if I believe that Argyl's Bloodfast is good. I think I have enough kind of grindy value. I guess Thrashing Brontodon's probably not particularly great. Some decks play that enchantment that lets you draw cards, or that lets them draw cards if they have a thing that costs 4 or more, though. I like that Brontodon's pretty big inside of combat, too. So as a heads up, I'm just going to go ahead and give friendly timeouts as a reminder that you need to follow the chat rules. If you want to tell me how to sideboard, you need to be specific and constructive. You need to tell me why we should make the changes you want to make. So if you want me to sideboard in a card that I'm not sideboarding in necessarily, you need to be like, this is what we need to board in and this is why you need to board it in. You need to help me learn. You need to not just tell me what to do. Yes, I gave Wizards of the Coast a bunch of their money back. Wizards of the Coast gave me a pile of money to do sponsored streams, and then I gave them like a third of that pile of money back so I could build decks. You considered Price of Fame. Price of Fame. Oh, Cast Down doesn't kill Galta. That's true. I don't know what Price of Fame does. That seems really expensive. Look at that. Our Midnight Reaper drew another Midnight Reaper. Yo, dog. I guess that could be okay. There's a lot of cheaper cheaper legendaries, so like it's gonna be 2 mana removal fairly often. Yeah, the Surveil is valuable too. Yeah, maybe a couple of those are worth trying. Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card. Well, that one's gotta go. So we'll do this. We'll do a tap land. We'll do Thorn Lieutenant. Keeping their board clean is really important in this matchup because it makes their Galtas harder to cast. I have Willem. It didn't work under Wine by default, and I haven't had time to debug it. I looked into using it last night, and it just doesn't work on Wine by default like Arena does, so I haven't had time to mess with it. So I am aware. Believe me, I am a technology person. I'm aware it exists. I just haven't had time to set it up. And not only is it, like, it's not really hard on the mana. Return target creature card from river to the battlefield tap. That card is terrifying. Let's surveil a little bit here and find a Doomblade for that. There, that Doomblade right there. All right, and then, so I could actually pay health and surveil here to do that, but I think I just want to power this up and kill them, right? Like I kill them in 2 here basically by attacking for 12 and then 6 next turn. So Kane was framed. I'm basically just doing for Arena the same thing we do everywhere else. Is we're doing donation decks here. So we had people donate for me to build specific archetypes, and Blue Red Wizards hasn't been a requested archetype yet. So do I want Moment of Craving? They haven't really played many things that Craving kills, right? It like misses Thorn Lieutenant. They played Elves, I guess. I don't think I want Moment of Craving. Maybe this Eldest Reborn is good if I keep the rest of their board clear, especially in combination with, like, Ritual of Soot. I just wanted a 5-mana card that generated card advantage deleted. If you look in the subs Discord, there's an article preview talking about my card selection in this deck. Yeah, I think Eldest is probably pretty good. I'm going to trim the Brontodons. Put these Eldest back in. Arena is really good, Polly. Yeah, this is the black-green rock deck. We're gonna play black-green Stompy after this. Arena's great. I really enjoy Arena as a piece of software. And Standard seems like it has potential, so yeah, keep this. It's got plenty of lands. Doomblade for their first threat. He went to 6. Elf on 1 on the draw is scary. Ew. So in the subscribers Discord, I always link my rough drafts of my articles, and then my articles get published on coolstuffinc.com every Wednesday. Do I want to trade here? I feel like getting to this sooner probably isn't that important. I kind of like keeping their board clear. I think I'm okay with that. Super okay with that. I guess I theoretically could have had a turn 3 Doom Whisperer since I drew this, but I think I like slowing them down as well. Hey, there's a $10 donation from Marty. Thank you for the support. This is because I made you make 4 mythics and then cut them from the deck. You didn't have to do that, Marty. I was just jabbing at you. The 2-mana Explore creature is pretty okay. It's the 2-1, the Merfolk Branchwalker is okay. Yeah, the new sub donation and bit animations came out really well. Really happy with them. I think I'm happy with how this overlay is now. I think it's pretty, everything's in pretty reasonable spots. I should pay attention. We don't get to just daydream on this client like we do on others. I'm gonna leave this elf back because there's a good chance they can kill my 6/6 here. If they kill my 6/6, I'd like to block their 3/1 with my 1/1. No, this is not a sponsored stream. This is the only person this stream is sponsored by are the people that give me money every day to play Magic on here. So these are, we had people donate for me to build and play standard decks on stream, and that's what we're doing today. So I'm kind of looking for a black source, or I'm looking for a Chupacabra. I lied. The Chupacabra is here, chat. You ready to get frisky? You ready for the Chupacabra? Big Chupa. Gonna get him. Gonna get him. Look at how hungry he is. He's a hungry boy. So when you resub Balasar, you gotta refresh your browser page to send the notification through. Thank you for the resub though. The queue slow will end when we hit 40 decks in the queue. So when that will happen, I can't know exactly because like over the weekend, I thought the queue slow was gonna be done, but then we had a bunch of donations. I'm not complaining about donations. I love donations, but that's why the queue is currently not slowed or out of the slow state. So I think we're at like 45 or 46 decks when I signed on this morning. We're at a pretty healthy 16 here. I think I'm going to take the Vraska's Contempt since I have another Doom Whisperer in my hand here. I agree, Colin. From a spectator perspective, I enjoy watching Arena more than Magic Online too. Again, I'm just leaving one elf back here because if they wanted to attack with this, I want to preserve my health total because my hit points are very valuable with Doom Whisperer. So at this point, because I'm not going to be on all day Friday and I'm not going to be able to be on over the weekend, since I'm going to the Open, I think the queue slow is probably going to be happening until next week. I'm actually going to leave both of these on top because Jadelight Ranger is just going to explore into that land. It worked! Look at that. You got a sweet sub animation too. Have some boots. Thanks for the support, Balasar. I appreciate that. And like at this point, we're pretty far ahead here, right? Like they have one card. We've got some removal in hand. We're ahead on board. Look at that. 2-1, draw 2 cards. Yes, please. Yes, please. Resolves. How do you feel about Doomblade this time of year? These boots were made for watching. Thank you, Curtin. I appreciate the support. Thanks for coming back for a 3rd month in a row. I am so happy with these new animations. They are so great. What's the deal with the boots? So the sub icons tell the route that a hardworking member of Hoaglandia goes through on their way up. So the shovels are for the peons to toil in Hoaglandia, and then the boots are so they can have better gear to protect their feet. And then at 6 months, you get a wooden training sword to prepare your training to become a Knight of the Realm. Because at 12 months, you get a mod sword to defend us from Twitch chat. Because Lord knows we need defending from Twitch chat. I'm just going to kill their 1/1 here and hope their last card's a blank so I can kill them. Peon here. Alright, so if they have a Doomblade here, they're not dead, but I think, like, making them have Doomblade is worthwhile here. Okay, they have Price of Fame in their deck. Interesting. And this surveils them. So they're going to 1 here, which means they need to kill or deal with both of our elves or they're dead next turn. No, I don't think I'll do games against viewers. I think games against viewers is just like too difficult to organize. If you want to play against me, you should just pop into the queue when we're playing. Obviously, I'd encourage you not to ghost, because I'd like to play reasonable games of Magic where people don't know my hand, but it just gets too hard to organize and sort. I'm gonna put throw a Price of Fame in the sideboard. I think at least one of those seems fine. It's just like, it's a good generic removal spell too. Which again is one of the benefits of playing here as opposed to a league. So I get to go ahead and just like edit decks while we play, which is nice. I'm gonna swap this extra cast down, I think. Because I have 3 moments of craving for the really aggressive decks. So Price of Fame seems fine. Zauzuch, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub there. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the support. Thanks for keeping me employed here. How much did you have to spend to get the cards you want? I have given Wizards of the Coast $450 so far. But that's less than they gave me, so I'm counting that as giving them their own money back. Wild cards are basically how you craft in this game. So you say, I want 4 copies of this rare that I don't have. You have to spend 4 rare wild cards. Standard on Arena is the rotated standard. So there's 5 sets on here. I have not played the Steam Factor meme yet. We might get that as the last deck today, but I'm not sure. I think I might save the Steam Factor deck and focus on all competitive decks today. Decks that I think might be competitive. I'm gonna keep this. We're on the draw. It needs another land, but we're on the draw. And there's 26 lands and 4 elves in my deck. Is Magic Arena always going to be standard? Well, someday these standard cards will rotate out of standard, and at that point, we will have a new format in Arena, I would assume. The Arena team, I believe, is on record saying they will have a solution to the rotation problem next fall. So I assume by September of next year, October of next year in 2019, they will have announced and have a new non-rotating format to put on Arena. Just playing against dinosaurs, huh? There's no point in trophying their ramp guy. You have specific types of wild cards. So you have rare wild cards, and you have uncommon wild cards, and you have common wild cards. So the rarity of the cards you want to make is what's determined. Oh, this is loose. I should technically wait to do this till end of turn, because they can play a 1-mana spell now. They didn't have anything to do, God bless. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and play Forest and then Midnight Reaper here. And then we hit our second black and 4th land, which is great. So I can Chupacabra, whatever their follow-up is here. Yeah, Nexus of Fate is on Arena. Arena is full standard. So, like, a lot of people have compared, like, Arena to, like, Duels of the Planeswalkers. And that's not a good comparison, in my opinion. Because Duels of the Planeswalkers never had full standard. And this application has full standard on it. I would like to pay 2 life. I would like to gobble up your elf. The Chupacabra! Just get him. Arrgh. Look at the eyes. He's got the eyes, Chad. He's like, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. All right, so I think I'm actually going to attack here because they're probably going to pump this next turn. If they want to trade here, I'm happy with that. So I think they're going to threaten to pump with this, so I'm not blocking anyways. I think in order for a new format on Arena to be successful, it's going to also need to be offline. My conspiracy theory is that the reason why Wizards of the Coast hasn't announced the format of all the Pro Tours for next year is because their new non-rotating format is going to be one of the Pro Tours next year. If I was a gambling man, I'd put my money on that. Four turns into Magic and Chill and Chupacabra gives you that look. Yeah, so I think we just chupa up the 5/4 here, right? I might, there's only 2 Chupacabras in this deck. That might be low. Honestly, maybe I just want more Chupacabras in the board. Card's real good. Again, not blocking with this, so might as well attack. What set do I think they will start at? I don't know. I would like for them to start at Origins, but I don't. Can a mod create a comment about the Twitch extensions that I'm aware they exist, but I just haven't set them up yet? And this guy just like my Doomblade that blocks and then draws a card, the back of Midnight Reaper. And I have memory of the Folly here in my bin too. What on earth does that do? At the beginning of your upkeep, you exile a creature graveyard. If you do, that is very good. There is a lot of poopers in their bin. The troll is great, yeah. All right, maybe 4 Midnight Reapers is too many in a mid-range deck. I think I'm passing here, and I'm contempting the troll and then chump blocking the Thorn Lieutenant. I think in an aggro deck, I think in the Stompy deck, I probably want 4 of this because Stompy is more aggressive, but I think in a mid-range deck, maybe 4 is too many. In fact, because we can do that, after this match, I think I'm going to swap the 4th Midnight Reaper to a 3rd Chupacabra. So this forces them to spend their mana blocking for the turn. Oh, wait. If I block here, I then get to Eldest Reborn and kill this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that now. So if they pump this, I'm going to 11, and then I get to Eldest and kill this. They have a follow-up here. Llanowar Elves, sure. Thorn Lieutenant of my own. So I have this. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and Eldest Reborn here anyways. No, I want to hold the Midnight Reaper back to block. I'm gonna turn the Midnight Reaper into use their mana plus draw a card, lose 1 life next turn. We're pretty far ahead here at this point, which is nice. Arena has cool animations. Moto has hats, right? All right, so combat, I'm going to start by... There's no reason to attack with this, actually, right? Because it will just bounce. So I'm just going to play my Brontodon and pass. And I have two Hungry Boys in here. So I'm going to get to pick a Hungry Boy up with my memory here at end of turn, and then I'm going to get to pick another Hungry Boy up with Eldest Reborn. Someone earlier said Eldest Reborn is kind of lackluster. I disagree with that. Like, when you have good stuff to get back from your bin, it's really good. And we have plenty of good creatures to pick back up on this deck. I can take their... Oh, puts it right onto the battlefield, too. I forgot about that. I thought I was going to have to cast this bad boy. Gobble, gobble. That is. Oh, no! Oh, no! Arena might have taken a nap. Nobody panic! Nobody, are you panicking? I haven't really shilled yet today. Anyways, how we doing, folks? Welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. Thanks for hanging out today. If you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing to my stream. I'm here doing this because I love it, but my subscribers are the reason I'm able to be here. As often as I wouldn't be here day in and day out doing this as a job if it wasn't for their very wonderful support. Past subscribing, you can also support my content by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. Cool Stuff Inc. buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles, using promo code Jeff5 and save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Warhammer cards with them. Hey, North and Dukin, thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime sub there. BCWSupplies.com. We'd love to help you protect your very valuable Magic cards and other gaming accessories using code Jeff10. You can save 10% on your orders there with them. And of course, Lisa would like to get you on a way to your better night's sleep. Christy and I have been asleep with Lisa for the last 3 months now, and we really enjoy it. I don't think we'd ever go back to traditional pillow top mattress. You can save $160 on your new mattress with them by checking out links bit.ly/HugoBedUS and bit.ly/HugoBedCA. All right, what are we doing? So, Vivien... what am I cutting here? I think I want the Price of Fame. I don't really know what their deck is doing. I'm just gonna bring in Price of Fame and cut this Midnight Reaper and call it a day. Are we doing Chad Nauseum tomorrow? I thought you told me to do Grixis Control, Nivik. I'm confused. I thought you told me to do Grixis Control. Now when one client is off, like, that's true. That's true. I can actually stream through Moto downtime now, which is nice. So I'm using the headset because Arena has sweet sound effects. Wildcards are not set specific. Wildcards are not set specific. Does that mana of any color? It does. Watsy will be watching have Arena downtime. Yep, probably. They put a swamp on top. Makes sense. $60. All right, yeah, probably then. I don't actually know what the donation queue is at. Chad Nauseum. Yeah, at 60, Chad Nauseum will be played tomorrow. Let me write that down. That's what happens when I don't write things down. What am I doing here? So, do I want a Jadelight? Or I can go Llanowar Elves plus a second Thorn Lieutenant. I think I'm going to go Elves plus Thorn Lieutenant here. The upside to Jadelighting is it potentially helps me find a Black Source Tuner to Contempt. I might need to Contempt soon, but I guess at the same time I have this Assassin's Trophy, so like the pressure to Contempt is like less on me. And by playing the Elves this turn, next turn I can Jadelight plus Trophy. It does not become a wild card, so it doesn't guarantee become wild. It becomes a fraction of another wild card. How much of a fraction? Don't ask me. I don't know that offhand, but it does not become a complete secondary wild card. Wait, what? All right. I mean, sure. I guess I can't play my Jadelight this turn, but that seems good for me. Yep, today's stream is going to be all standard and all arena. I am not currently intending to put standard deck lists on my website. Standard just changes too quickly, and putting decks on my website is too much effort. So I don't intend to put a bunch of standard decks on my website. The website's going to be modern only. Black Source would be great here. Ding. Sweet. So we're just super far ahead now. I guess I should technically let them exile something from their bin before I do this. And then I should do this during their upkeep. I am far enough ahead that I would like to attack for 2. The Mana Manny, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support there. And there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. So there is a link below the stream that you can use to submit decks through. That's where all my, instead of asking me randomly on stream, submit the deck using the form. Keep in mind that my queue is currently slowed, which means I'm only accepting new decks for $50 donations until I make the queue a little bit smaller. So this can destroy my Jadelight Ranger, I guess, but then my Thorn Lieutenants are going to kill her, so we're still pretty far ahead here.
They vanish all the time.
Do these default to attacking them? Oh, I have to click on them individually to attack the Planeswalker. Okay, that makes sense. And I had to attack with both there because otherwise they just get to chump block with the Llanowar Elves. I think 6 mana is a lot of mana. So I have 6 here. So I can attack with these 2. Because if they block, I get to pump it up. They have a Doomblade here. Nope. They're just being defensive. No, I don't think so, Jackal Girl. I think I'd rather lean on my graveyard as a resource for, like, I think in an aggressive, maybe the Stompy deck could want something like Troll. But even then, like, you can't play this card on 2, so it feels weird to me. It does not, Manny Nanny. So details on how the deck queue works can be found on my website here. So Prime subs don't get to bump anything explicitly. Prime subs do, however, get to add decks for a lower cost. Just a little woot woot for some standard content. I like your thoughts regardless of the format. Thank you, Oratog. So easy attack with all here, right? Because they don't have mana to activate this. They only have 5. There's a ton of great content, Uncle Gale, on Modern with Trophy. We've been playing it a ton. I'm going to be playing Black Green Rock at the Open in Columbus this weekend, featuring 4 copies of Trophy. Trophy's very good. It's a very playable Magic card. It does exactly what you want it to do. And, like, even if my opponent finds, like, Doomblades here, this is just, like, a concession. Even if my opponent found, like, a Doomblade here, we'd get 1/1s for them Doomblading my stuff. Thorn Lieutenant is really good. That's easily just like a format staple. Where did the Jester emote come about? What was it? I had Inkling Customs. We're actually gonna have tokens this weekend. The Inkling Customs it up with the Jester emote on it. She did that as a logo for me and to put on a tokens, and then Streamlabs animated it for the notifications. All right, get another match or 2 here still. I feel like we're getting in a good number of matches in a good amount of time. Arena is really, it plays Magic quickly, which is awesome. Been missing the stream a lot the last month. Gonna have to change that now that I've got a great job. Hoglandia forever. Card Bard, thank you for the 3-month resub there. I appreciate the continued support. I don't think Troll is very good. On one side, it looks like a card you want to play early in an aggro deck, but you can't play it early. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, exactly, Anime. I agree that it kind of fights you on like what your deck's looking to do. I go first. So I'm kind of sad to not... Oh, I forgot to cut the Midnight Reaper. I'm going to make a note. Cut 4th Reaper for 3rd Chupa. This hand needs a 3rd land, but our deck has 26 lands in it, so let's hope to draw 1 here. Ding. Good solid curve here. Lieutenant into Reaper, into Doomblade, into Doom Whisperer. Do you think you would get more viewers if your stream entire people are not at their 9 to 5 job? Well, it's always 5 o'clock somewhere, Devolved Monkey, to say the least. Like, I have a lot of viewers from the UK, and also, like, all my stuff gets archived on YouTube as well. Also, as someone who's streamed in the evening slots before, a lot of my regulars at this point are during the day, right? So there's other streamers that people watch regularly in the US evening, so I tend to have less viewers in those time slots, actually. Also, there's a lot of people in the US that are able to watch here because they have a job that allows them to watch at work. So that's a lot of cards. Thankfully, I have double Doomblade next turn, so I get to kill this through a Spell Pierce, which is nice. Let's cast down this Dork. And even if they have a way to protect this, I can trophy it in response. How do you feel about Find Finality in a deck like this? Pay for Spell Pierce. Thanks, I guess. Now you're not going to Spell Pierce like my Vivien Reid later. Shouldn't I trophy first to not give them a land? No, I think my spell was pretty likely to resolve there. So the fact that they Spell Pierce so aggressively last turn makes me think they probably have another. So I'm going to trophy here rather than Contempt, because I'd like to guaranteed kill this Tempest Djinn. Oh no, the big mean green-black deck killed all my stuff. Thalmuz, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support there. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Yeah, cast down and trophy cover a lot of your bases. Moment of Craving seems okay. I guess I don't really know what kind of creatures they're playing. I feel like trimming my 5-mana top end is probably a good idea here. This deck felt really good. It's got, if you're in the subs Discord, I posted a preview article talking about this deck. I really like decks like this, especially for a week 1 standard, because, in week 1 standard formats, being a little bit interactive is good, but generally you want something with a strong proactive game plan. And this is a deck that gets to kind of do both of those things. You get to have this proactive primary game plan, but also be a little bit interactive still. Am I just playing 5 matches per deck because if it's a league and arena, or is it going to work different with you? So my plan for donation decks for arena is that I'm just going to play the decks for a minimum time period. So I'm going to play decks for 90 minutes to 2 hours, depending on how the deck feels. So sometimes decks go longer than that on what's it called? On leagues, but the average league is about 90 minutes. And sometimes leagues are much shorter than that. And it also makes it very predictable for me because I can know when my stream's going to start and end. Now, I don't think I really want to do the competitive constructive events. One, I think those events are named in a way that's like silly, just like competitive leagues on Magic Online. And two, I'd really prefer... What was I going to say? I'd really prefer that... maybe I shouldn't play this into another Syncopate. Scatter. Brutal. I really prefer being able to like make small changes to decks in between matches. Yeah, I'd put some Syncopates in there, Bulletproof Probe. If you tag me in the subs Discord, I can post my updated list in there after the stream today if you'd like. I'm playing this before I play Brontodon because I would like this to not get Spell Pierce since they've shown us they have that card. I gave them their money back. Wizards of the Coast gave me a bunch of money to stream their game as a sponsored stream through the Twitch bounty board, and then I gave them like a third of their money back to like buy cards here. And then as people donate to see decks played, if I don't have cards, I will give them more money. So the plan is to just vomit piles of money. It's all a business expense and tax deductible. God bless this job. Where's my Choopy boy at? There's my Choopy boy. Give me that Choopy boy. Look at this. I love Vraska Relic Seeker. Yeah, Vivien is not only is Vivien card advantage, but coming down on 5's a lot sooner than coming down on 6. Like, 6 is a lot of mana, even in Standard. I think this deck has a reasonable, proactive game plan and gets to play some of the best interaction we have in the format. I've not played Finebroker plus Eldest Reborn. That sounds like a lot of dirtle, though. I really don't want to be dirtling. I want to be playing things on curve and having a proactive game plan. I'm a little muddled. Is this the same person we just played against? This might be the same. Gosh, this curve is good. I've given Wizards of the Coast $450 at this point. So I'm what they refer to in the game biz as a whale. I don't free to play. Especially with the way I make constructed content. I know what I want and then I pay money for it. And this is a great example, right? I don't need to be an answer deck this game. I'm just gonna like curve out and kill them. This deck only requires 4 rares. There's 8 rares in the mana base. Wait, this deck has a bunch of rares in it. 4 rares is completely wrong, actually. I think this can counter this. Counter target spell ability. Yeah, so they can counter this if they want, but that's fine. You can always find my latest modern deck list on my website, jeffhoagland.com/decklist. I work really hard to keep that updated explicitly so I don't have to answer questions like that on stream. The Chupacabra! Yeah, the third Chupacabra is great. More than 3 is probably too clunky, but 3 is a pretty good number, especially with Eldest Reborn. Dive down, brutal. All right, and again here, like, they're doing their thing here, but I'm just, like, kind of racing, right? Just, like, have a decent amount of power in play, and I'm running them out. You have all of the Mistcloaks, opponent. We're gonna cast this one down here in a hot second. That's kind of scary. All right, am I casting that one down then? Probably. Let's start with Jadelight and see where we go from there since they're tapped out. The number of times this card has drawn this many cards is just absurd. Jadelight's been very, very good. Yeah, we've made a couple of small changes while playing on stream. I just try and push lethal here, right? There's really no reason not to. Some kind of unsummon that I need to worry about here. Oh, there's like a Harbinger of the Tides, right? Is Harbinger still legal? Yeah, this just has a ladder in it. Wait. I say that is not how that works. Trickster, that is not how that's gonna work. Alright, so Craving and Soot. Scavenger's probably good just for gaining health, honestly. I'm gonna trim. I probably just want to cut all my top end in this matchup. I think I could probably win without Doom Whisperer. It's especially expensive to resolve through counter spells. I guess Doom Whisperer is nice because it blocks their flying pooper. Do I want a couple of Dooms at my top end? Maybe I want a couple of Dooms at my top end. I mean, that's not necessarily bad, Pokey. That's not necessarily the most intuitive interaction. Dooms are one of our better cards. Brontodon's kind of medium. I'm going to leave 2 Dooms in. I definitely want to bring my curve down a touch, but cutting all the Dooms is probably bad. Let's do that. My curve's a little bit lower now. Hot take. Most people are bad at Magic. This mythical good at Magic doesn't exist. There's just varying degrees of less bad. This hand is great. Oh man, this scene doesn't have my mute button. All right, gotta fix this really quick. There are 2 reasons SGD doesn't do pure standard on release weekend anymore. The first is that getting cards for release weekend is really, really expensive, which makes a lot of people not want to play. People prefer to not have to pay a huge premium for cards just so they can play them the first weekend. The second reason they don't do standard the first weekend anymore is that standard was really bad for a long time. So having an only standard tournament in a format nobody wants to watch is not ideal. What do I want to do here? They have Syncopate and Essence Scatter. I think I actually just want to trophy this. I can trophy this while playing around Spell Pierce and Syncopate. I'm like, if they dive down again, I feel bad for like not using my mana this turn, but I think the ability to play around those other cards makes this worth doing here. Wizard's Retort, brutal. Yeah, I'm allowed to say how many subs I have. I currently have 1,984 unique subscribers that total 2,318 sub points. That's true. You have game music and sound effects when I mute myself in this one. It's really great. Correct. I'm good at both monetizing and promoting myself. I give people a good reason to engage with and support my content. When people send money on this stream, they're not just sending me money out of the kindness of their heart most of the time. They're buying a service. They are paying to see specific decks on the stream. Do they have a dive down, or is this thing finally dead? If this thing dies, this game is like over. If you gift subs, I'm willing to give you five democracy points per sub gift you hand out, because that's how much you're spending. You can get into the Discord server by following the instructions on this page here. Good chance this one doesn't resolve. They just drew a bunch of cards. Wow, that one stuck. Well, that's just a 6/6 flyer. I think I have to hold this 2/2 back for now, because if they tap this, I'm going to be in a bad spot. Just kind of want to hang tight until I can find some Doom Blades and some health gain. This dork can't be blocked, so we're just taking one there. We don't know. It's hard to know. And that is a reason we have a 6/6 in our deck. Jadelight Ranger, continue to be excellent, please. That one can stay right where it is. Thank you, Jadelight Ranger. Well, they would have used it on the Chupacabra, but they charted a course after the Chupacabra resolved. You're super dead. Sleep is good. But Jeff, without week 1 standard tournaments, how will we have fine brews such as Sultai, Ascendancy, and T-Bird Ducks? What's going on, BDP? Thanks for the 10 months. The new sub notification is A+. That is, shout outs to Streamlabs for that. They did really great work for that. I think I'm happy with how I sideboarded. I don't think Price of Fame's probably good enough. Just gonna run it back here. It hasn't been discussed yet, actually. I guess I mentioned it briefly. I'm planning to do Arena Standard every Tuesday moving forward. So every Tuesday from here on out will be Standard on Arena. Well, so like, I feel like that's a two-part question. Is Nullhide Fox good in this deck? I don't think so. That's why I'm not playing it. Is Nullhide Fox good in general? Yeah, I think it's fine in an aggressive deck. Why not make it Wednesday to cover downtime? It's not a bad idea. That's probably a decent idea. Yeah, numbers for Standard are always good early. The trials and tribulations for Standard are going to be, 1, how many people want to donate to see decks played in Standard, because the bread and butter of my stream is people sending in money to see specific decks played, right? Like, while the sub count is important, that supports my income a good deal too. No, this is the black-green rock deck. So viewer count and engagement is going to be important, but as well as, like, do we have Standard decks in a queue consistently for me to play is the other part. I am snapping off trading Midnight Reaper for this mage if they offer it. So the thing is, there's not downtime every Wednesday though. And honestly, if Standard is good, I probably don't mind sneaking in a second day of Standard if there's Wednesday downtime in a week. So am I allowed to say that? I wouldn't mind sneaking in another day. Well, and I think this deck is reasonable because while this deck has some staying power in the mid to late game as the game goes long, I think this deck also has the ability to be competitive against some of these more aggressive decks between cards like Moment of Craving and Llanowar Elves and all these other things. It's possible I should trophy that, but our health total is so high, I think taking the risk there is fine. Rats! They smelled out the soot, chat. So I'm leading on cast down here because if they have a dive down to counter this, I want to trophy it in response. Now that that resolved, I'm going to go ahead and stick Midnight Reaper. Correct. I have cut Wizards of the Coast a giant check for a significant amount of money. But they paid me even more money than that, so it's fine. That's fine. I gave Wizards some of their money back so I could play Arena. Because believe it or not, sponsored streams pay very well. That's why there's been so many people playing Arena that don't normally play Magic. I did, Admiral, check your spam settings. If you didn't get the survey in the email, I think I got from the survey what I need to get from it, but if you wanted to fill it out, it's just like a poll with options. It's linked in the subs Discord as well. Am I supposed to Doomblade this? I think I'm just supposed to Doomblade this and use my mana. I don't have anything in my bin worth following. I only have Llanowar Elves in here. However, that, if it gets countered, will be worth volleying. Yeah, sometimes Sanity. Modern just, like, has so many different... Oh, no! We were supposed to be able to volley that! What a tilt. Wow, we might be dead now. Maybe I was supposed to kill... Yeah, I think I messed this up. I probably should have killed this rather than... I probably should have killed this rather than the other one because now, like, they can protect the Tempest Djinn. What was the command, Marty? You made a command. Marty, you made a command and you named it something bad. Yeah, they did draw 3 Djinns in 22 cards, but... no, I have 1 Ritual of Soot left in my deck. We are dead now. I had a draw there at the end. Maybe I want another Ritual of Soot. I'm gonna throw a 3rd Soot in the sideboard. We played against that blue deck twice now. I'm gonna play 1 more here. and play one more match with this, and then we're going to switch to some black-green or green-black aggro. Nah, Bob, I think that's fine. You can always do exclamation point card. If there's a command with a specific thing, it prefers the command. So the bot is set up well. It has both. So the answer to your question is yes, it does both, and it's really well done. The sounds on Arena are A+. They are really well done, and they are great for immersion. Our start here is absurd if they're a mono red deck. We don't know what control looks like. We don't. Is it blue white control? Is it blue red? Is it Jeskai? Is it blue black? Is it Grixis? Like, this is a brand new format. We don't know what things actually look like yet. So again, it's hard to make it. It's all guesswork basically. No, I think I'm gonna do something else after black green aggro. I haven't figured it out yet. I had someone donate for us to build a few different decks, and they requested that a couple of them be green black. This one feels pretty good though, honestly. Maybe we'll play some more blue red control to wrap the day up. I really liked blue red control yesterday. This card's really sweet. I don't think this card's modern playable, Pikes, but it's very good in standard. You know who's hungry, chat? The Chupacabra is hungry. I'm playing this pre-combat so I can auto pass, get that value. So the Stream Decker is up as always. You can get a link here. We've changed, I think we're like 3 or 4 cards different than the Stream Decker there. The final list that we settle on will be in the YouTube video description. Wait, what? Oh, is that a concession punt? That feels like a concession punt. Being combat in your turn, one target creature, it gets 2/0. It gains trample if it's red. Because when I think red, I think trample, Wizards of the Coast. This is green-black rock, Marty. And rock decks are great because they're interactive, but they're also aggressive. It's just like Flying Vigilance is a... Flying Vigilance is a green-black keyword, right? How far is my drive to Columbus? About 6 hours. Plus a time change. I think we're leaving at like noon on Friday. My list we played yesterday is on my YouTube channel. I can definitely smell what the rock is cooking. It's dead Boros players, chat. Dead Boros players. This opponent did use their resources a little bit inefficiently. Like they messed up on their Justice Strike on our Thorn Lieutenant, but I think we'd be ahead here even if they hadn't done that. I haven't played the blue tempo deck and I haven't seen it played enough to really have thoughts on it. Don't really have an informed position to speak from. Price of Fame's probably good here. This is a Moment of Craving matchup. This is probably a drag down the curve Moment of Craving matchup, right? I think we just cut our pieces of top end here. Need one more trim, the last Doom Whisperer maybe. I think I like that. I'm not sure this is a Soot matchup. I want to see a little bit more of their deck. I don't know exactly how wide they're going. The Soots are mostly there for like the tempo deck now because it is makes things hexproof, and then easy mulligan. The Brontodon's a 3/4 for 3. I think 3/4 for 3 is playable. We're gonna bottom a non-green source here. So one thing that I think players do incorrectly pretty consistently is splashing a color or adding cards that the only purpose they serve is to make your best cards better isn't a good way to approach deck building. Doom Whisperer is a great magic card without any extra support. You don't need to put work in to make Doom Whisperer awesome. Doom Whisperer is already awesome all on its own. I guess I should have held my Doomblade because of this. I wasn't thinking about this card. This is definitely a card that should be on my radar. I definitely should have happy to keep that one there. Definitely should have held up my Doomblade though. We'd be in a much better spot if I'd done that. Need to remember that. Goblin Babble Master here. Goblin Mentor Master. Let's call him Goblin Mentor Master is here. Jadelight is very good. I agree. This card is great. This seems pretty okay for us. They get to power this up, so I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4 here and going to 17. But I get to go land Chupacabra next turn and kill the Aurelia. And then, like, I've got a bunch of health gain left over here. And, like, Chupa gets to hold back the 1/1 here, which is nice. Honestly, I might trade the Chups for the 2/2 here. The opponent's curved well, and I've sequenced a bit incorrectly, and we're still pretty in this game, which makes me happy. This is what I was hoping to see out of our deck. Ooh, that's really good. I think I just Contempt this. I guess if I hit a forest with the Jadelight, I could Assassin's Trophy this, and Jadelight threatens to block the Knight of Grace as well. So maybe that's worthwhile. The problem is that this gets to attack, they get to start powering up with Mentor. I think the conservative play here is just hold my removal up. And I think we're far enough ahead that I don't need to take high risk plays. I think I'm currently a little bit ahead right now, especially without my card man. Like, obviously they could have nuts cards in their hand too, but like the way our cards line up into their cards on the board, I don't think there's a reason for me to like give them a chance to do stuff. Hopefully they don't have something that blows me out here. We played a Grixis deck to start today, and the mana in that felt okay. I don't think you can go full on 3 color, but like 2 colors splash a third seems plenty reasonable. The Chupacabra is here, chat! Oh, yeah, puppy hungry. Puppy hungry. Yeah, but if I hit a land, I'd get to trophy the other thing, so I wouldn't need to block profitably in that instance. Okay, so now we're getting a little low here. We're heading down to 13. Woodland Cemetery. All right, let's start with Jadelight and see where we go from there. I think I'm actually bidding that. Gives me a chance to draw a card like we did there. I guess if I would have kept it on top, this could have blocked here profitably. But with the Moment of Craving, I'm probably just racing okay. The mono blue deck is not in my queue at the moment. So again, I'm not killing this with these because I can't, and it's hexproof from black. That's all right. So this is a soot matchup. Things we now know. This is in fact a soot matchup. Because of Knight of Grace as well. Yeah, if we get to a game 3, this is going to be a soot matchup. Seriously? I have to, what do I have to click? I have to click here? All right, so they have a token that they shouldn't have because I didn't click. Yeah, the more you know. I don't really want to go full control. Clicking down to stop is good to know. Why are we attacking with one of these? That's not a bug. That's how magic works. That's how magic works. Oh, that token has to attack? Attacks is combat if able. Okay, that makes sense. Got it. The bug almost definitely. Nope, there's just not a stop on their main phase. You need to put a stop on, you need to click here. So can I put a stop here? Why won't it let me click to add stop? Does it indicate any way that I have a stop here? Click to add stop. And I have to mouse over to see if there's a stop here. So like now I have to click combat because I added a stop there. No, it was already golden. Just for reference, it was already golden. Go back and check the tape if you don't believe me. That's not true. I did not have a stop set and it was still golden. Okay, you see how I don't have a, okay, Go back and check. Or if it's the current phase. There you go. So if it's the current phase, got it. That makes sense. So basically they need a different color. It's gold. It's also golden to indicate current phase. So basically they just need to split that up so it's a different color. All right, so this is definitely a soot matchup. How do we feel about cutting my elves on the play? Is that insane? Especially if I'm bringing in soot. Like, I have 26 lands, so like my deck is functional without elves. I think I'm gonna cut some of my elves. It's fine. We're just gonna have one of our 2 elves that we left in the deck in our opener. No, they have a lot of tokens, so Reborn as an out to the night doesn't make sense. Oh, cut elves, play Scavenger. Maybe? Yeah, I could see that being good. I could see that. I could see that being good. I like that. I like that idea. I think Elvish Rejuvenator is too slow in a deck like this. Like, ramping up to 5, you're already dead. Llanowar Elves is a card that trades with early aggressive creatures out of red and allows me to play my 3-drop sooner. I'm not interested in ramping to 5. By the time I get to 5, I'm winning the game. I'm interested in getting to my 3 and my 4-drop sooner so I don't die. I think a lot of the people playing Elvish Rejuvenator are going to get killed by a bunch of basic mountains in the first weekend playing. Look at that. Remember when I said we're just going to have one of our 2 elves in our opener? God bless. You see how this is already gold? And I click here to add a stop and the color doesn't change. And then I can click to remove a stop. It actually doesn't change. It actually doesn't change. It actually doesn't change. Do we believe me now? Good. God bless Twitch chat. Yes, I understand now why it's not changing, but I am telling you that it doesn't change. No, it's all, see how it's already swirling when I don't have a stop here? It's actually identical. It's actually identical. If you're in the phase, the animation and color is the same. There isn't a visual representation of it if it's currently the stop you're in. Alright, we didn't get Rabble Mastered. Of course we still get complimentary timeouts. Gosh, Militia Bugler. This card seems really good. It looks like we might have one of them games of Magic where we don't really play Magic. I guess I get to Price of Fame this and then Surveil here is pretty reasonable. Yeah, Surveil 2 digs us pretty deep here. Thanks, Victy. So, like, is this keepable? I don't think it is. I think I just, like, need threats at this point, right? Like, this doesn't deal with this. And, like, it doesn't kill the 2-3 either. I have the Contempt to kill the 2-3 if I want to, but it's probably not ideal. I'm looking for a way to block this. Pretty bad about chilling today. I'm not gonna do a full spiel, but while we're hanging out waiting for our opponent to take place here, I just like to thank everyone for being here today. You know, there's a lot of different things you could be doing, different people you could be watching. Thanks for hanging out here with us. If you're new, especially if you're here checking out Arena for the first time, my name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I play Magic, mostly Magic Online here for like 30 plus hours a week. We're dipping into some Arena and some Standard. I play a lot of Modern on this channel. If you enjoy my stuff, I'm going to be doing Arena every Tuesday moving forward, so feel free to hit that follow button if that's something you're into. Well, it's also like, it's not even just like the enjoying myself. I enjoy playing Modern a good deal. It's just Arena has so much less downtime. Like this application just doesn't have the piles of waiting that Magic Online has. Yeah, the Guildmage forum is interesting, especially with Mentor, right? Yeah, I'm actually playing Arena on Linux using Wine right now. However, it does not, the Deckmaster extension doesn't work, which is why I don't have the overlay set up for that yet. So hopefully I'll be able to get that work for next week. Oh, that's brutal. Do I want to kill this? Or do I want to contempt this one? Or do I want to contempt this one? probably supposed to just Contempt this. The problem is that, like, now this gets to mentor this. So, like, I'm taking 6 on this combat step here. We're pretty dead if we just don't draw a Soot. Which is a reason to play 3 Soots, honestly. I think that was a good addition to the sideboard. Well, that's a trophy for that, so we got that going for us. I can keep that one, right? Because it's going to allow me to block this potentially. Well, so, like, this is actually a great example of why, like, maybe leaving the Goblin Mentor for a turn was right. Because, like, if I would have killed the Goblin Mentor, I'd be in a better spot to kill this Knight of Grace, right? Because, like, my 2/3 would be able to block this. Instead, my 2/3 can't block this profitably in combat any longer, which puts me in a much worse spot overall. So, like, sure, they'd have a Goblin here, but, like, I'd have been able to kill the Mentor thing the Goblin Rabble Master this turn with the trophy, and then, like, have this 2/3 to block a 2/2. So I think I've actually taken more damage because of the way I sequence my removal here, by prioritizing getting rid of the Goblin rather than getting rid of this 3-power Mentor creature sooner. I think I'm in a worse spot because of that sequencing decision. Yeah, we're just dead here. Good game's opponent. Carnage Tyrant is a card we want to board in here. That's interesting. So, like, is Carnage Tyrant worth bringing in? I guess Carnage Tyrant dodges their removal. So, like, I had 2 copies of Doom Whisperer in my deck still. So, like, Doom Whisperer would have been able to block pretty profitably there too, right? So I don't know. Yeah, I feel like the Carnage Tyrant's probably too slow, and I want Doom Whisperer in my deck. I think adding the 3rd Soot to my sideboard was good. I definitely want 3 of those. Maybe Deathgorge Scavenger isn't good enough. It's possible this card's just too cute. The Moment of Cravings were good. The one Price of Fame was whatever, but I definitely want the 3 Soots. And we didn't really play against any decks that were like Duress Carnage Tyrant matchups, but I feel like some amount of people are going to show up with basic islands in their decks, so you probably want the Duresses and the Carnage Tyrants. We've been playing this deck for about 2 hours now, so I'm going to go ahead and rotate to the black-green aggro deck up next. If you didn't catch all the game matches we played with this deck, you'll be able to find them on my YouTube channel later on, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. Everything I stream ends up getting archived there.